Thank you, Mary. For those of you that don't know, I'm a recovering speech instructor. So I spent a lot of time in the classroom preparing people to prepare speeches in public settings. As I always taught them the 5 Ps: proper planning prevents poor performance. On the way here, I brought the monitor for my presentation, and when I plugged it in, it had a crack in it. So there will be no visual presentation, but the good news is that allows you to eat while I talk. So please begin your breakfast, and now I'm going to just give a quick little college update about NTCC and some of the great things that's going on with us. First of all, I want to welcome you all to the 9th annual Chancellor Scholarship Breakfast. That is an amazing accomplishment when you think about in 2016, we had our very first Chancellor Scholarship Breakfast, and we awarded 6 scholarships to worthy students. Today, we're going to award 53 scholarships. So let's give it up for Mary Slazer and the work she and our foundation board do. One of the big things that's changed since last year is I'm standing here for the beginning of the presentations. Dr. Wainwright, as many of you know, the only chancellor our college ever had up till last May, became the president of our local regional university, Southeastern Louisiana University in Hammond. And that allowed me the opportunity to be named the new chancellor here at NTCC. And I just want you to know that it is my pleasure to serve in this role. I'm not new to the college. This is actually, I'm about to have my 10-year anniversary in December. And when I began at this college, I began as the Dean of Academics. And I helped this college transform from what used to be technical vocational colleges to become a fully comprehensive community college. And today we do a lot of great things that encompass both transfer as well as associate degree, technical diploma, and certificate programs for people in anything in the technical areas, the health sciences, and then our transfer degrees. We have 5 campuses in the 5-parish region we serve. Many of you know, obviously, we're here in St. Tammany Parish, but we're also in Washington Parish, Livingston Parish, Tangipahoa, and St. Helena, which allows us a footprint of 5 campuses and 5 parishes. And this year, I'm happy to say that we have over 5,800 credit students that have enrolled in our college. Of that 5,800 credit students, we have the most dual enrollment students of all Louisiana community and technical colleges. And that's a tribute to all of our faculty and staff. So let's give them a round of applause. One of the things I do want to say that's very, it's a proud moment for certainly for this role, but it kind of leads back to the culture of our college as a whole. Our college began in 1930 as the first trade school in Louisiana up in Bogalusa. It began by people giving. For those of you who don't know, the local lumber company in Bogalusa did an internal giving campaign to create a trade school, which ultimately became the Sullivan Trade School that prepared people to work at the lumber company and the new paper mill that was being built. Fast forward to today, we have 5 campuses, 5 parishes, and we do everything a comprehensive community college would do, and we're SAC COC accredited, which is the overall accrediting body for the southern region. But the thing that we're most proud of is the fact that we have been named the top workplaces now for the 7th year in a row. We're the only educational institution that's been named in top workplaces for the last 7 years, and that encompasses the greater metropolitan area of New Orleans. So that's a great tribute not just to our leadership at the college, but most importantly, every individual does what we do best, and that is we take our time to help people get to where they want to be. And I think that helps us help each other in that task as we go through our day. Our college last year in spring commencement, we had our largest graduating class in the history, 657 graduates. We followed that up this fall with the largest enrollment we've ever had, which is a very great honor, certainly. We're one of the fastest growing community colleges in the nation, according to Chronicle of Higher Education. But the important thing I think we all need to realize is that there's a lot more work that needs to be done. For those of you that don't realize this, in the state of Louisiana, 1.2 million people, 1.2 million adults, I should say, in Louisiana have a high school diploma or less as their highest degree. Of that, 600,000 of them don't have their high school diploma or an equivalency, high set or the GED. Now think about that. 600,000 working adults in Louisiana do not have a high school diploma or the equivalency. And here's another amazing statistic I heard from Dr. Sullivan, the LCTCS president, just last week. 41.5% of adults in Louisiana are not working, they're not looking for work, and they're not receiving Social Security. Not working, not looking for work, not receiving Social Security. And a more amazing part of that is our work as a college. If we, at the LCTCS system level, can help 145,000 people go back to work or get into the working field and make a $50,000 a year salary, that would equate to $7 billion in our state's economy. Imagine what that could do not only statewide, but what it could do locally here on the North Shore. And what I say that for is that for all my friends out here that know a legislator in the state level, we have 3 projects in House Bill 2. First of all, we have our Sullivan Campus project. That project is for us to build the new diesel tech program. I think it's been on the books or in the process for almost 20 years. It's been designed, it's been developed. It actually received funding last year during the legislative session. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough money in the bond commission for us to actually fund the beginning of the construction project. So we're back to going for more money this year. If you know anyone in the legislative process to help us get that over the hump, we would really appreciate it. That is a very important project for us, and it's certainly an important project for the economy of not only Washington Parish, but all the North Shore. Livingston campus last year received $1 million, so we began the design and development process this past week. They did the selection of our architects, so we'll begin designing that expansion. If you've been to our Livingston campus in Walker, it's amazing. It's beautiful. The problem is it's tiny. It only allows us to serve so many people. If we want to really help that community, we need to have larger spaces and more infrastructure to do so. And then finally, I'll say personally, and I hope all my other campuses don't get mad at me, probably our biggest project for us as a college to really do what we need to do is the new Hammond campus. The new Hammond campus was brought up last year. They got P5 funding, which means they like it, but they didn't fund it. So we're going to go back to them this year, and it actually was received Board of Regents' #1 priority list this year. Our Hammond campus couldn't help another student if we wanted to. We have done the best we can with what we have to work with, but it's an aging property. It's been around since the 70s, and it's time for us to build a campus that can serve that community. Thanks to our friends at North Oaks Health System, they donated 15 acres of land for us to build that new campus. And that will be next to their rehab hospital, which will play a huge role in our healthcare training programs. So if you have any friends, like I said, in the legislative process, please encourage them to support our projects. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a little shout out to our North Shore College Enhancement Foundation. I know we recognize both Rod Nunez and Brandon Baham. They're both here. Thank you for serving on the board. It helps us put on programs like this, but most importantly, it helps us to develop scholarships and professorships for our faculty, staff, and students to be able to do some really great things. Mary Slazer does a phenomenal job of upward managing all of us on the foundation. If you all will help me real quick, let's acknowledge Mary and the work she does to make us have these wonderful events. When Mary decides to retire, I'm walking out the door with her. I'm just putting it out there publicly. So, today is new for me. Today I stand here as the Chancellor of NTCC at the Scholarship Breakfast. Since the very first inception of this scholarship program, I have been a supporter personally. My family has been supporters personally of this program. We began the very first endowed scholarship in 2016 after my father-in-law passed away in 2015. That allowed us to kind of get some momentum going. People showed up to that very first scholarship breakfast and they started asking questions. Today we have dozens of endowed scholarships as a result. All I'm saying is it's important for us to be able to recognize the work that our donors are giving, and today you're going to get to see them not only pay tribute to someone for this scholarship, but also allows them to recognize and help someone not only better themselves, but their families' lives, and ultimately it improves our community, which is really what we're here for. So from the very first day I took this job, I said from day one, my job as the leader of this college is simple. We're going to get people from where they are, and we're going to help them get to where they need to be. And whatever that means, whether it's to get an associate's degree or a forklift certification that takes half a day, we're going to do that for people because we're here to help our community, and I want you all to think of us as the college of the North Shore community. All right, and at this point, I am going to give two more quick acknowledgments so I don't forget. Amanda Jacob. Amanda, please stand, Amanda. So Amanda, let's recognize her. Amanda leads our scholarship program. We started this a long time ago with spreadsheets, and it became a hot mess. And as we got more scholarships, it got more complicated. We're sophisticated now. We have a software platform that helps us. And Amanda's done such a wonderful job. I gave her a lifetime appointment to this role. She can't leave unless she retires. And even then, she probably won't be allowed to leave either. But the other person I want to recognize in addition to Mary and Amanda is Lauren Donaldson. Where's Lauren? Lauren's taking pictures somewhere. Lauren is our PR manager for the college. She's prepared all the visuals, things that you see today. And we want to thank you, Lauren, for your great work as well. So now the fun part. Let's get started with our first scholarship. And I'm going to deliver the first scholarship for you all. As I mentioned earlier, our first endowed scholarship in the history of NTCC was the Gator Abity Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is in memory of my father-in-law. My father-in-law was one of the most interesting individuals you ever meet. He was a friend of the friendless, as we always said, and he would do anything to help another person. So when he passed away, we started a memorial scholarship, and we ultimately went to the Board of Regents and received matching funds. And this year, thanks to Paul Morris and his wonderful work, we were able to double the amount that we're going to give out. So this is our first scholarship will go to a young lady, Alicia McGee. So Alicia, I'm going to ask you to come forward. Alicia serves on as a Dean's List student, and she's in our registered nursing program. Her goal is to be a labor and delivery nurse, and ultimately she wants to go back to school to become an OBGYN. Alicia is a member of the National Guard, and which is amazing. In addition, she also works for our college. She's one of our student workers and does an excellent job over in student affairs. So she's one of the people that help our other students during their time here. And ultimately, she's working towards her goal of being a nurse, and she's volunteering at a local nursing home. So I'm going to ask my wife, Jessica, to come forward. And the two of us, we're going to take a picture with you, Alicia, and present you your scholarship. At this point, I'd like to ask Matthew Sachs to come forward and present the scholarship.
Good morning. Empirical and its affiliated companies operate solely in the high voltage electrical grid marketplace. And as such, we've always said that our greatest capital need is human capital. And as you can imagine, being a service company, it's all about the people. And our rapid growth means we're continually looking for strong individuals across a lot of disciplines like drafting, design, line workers, And our company has benefited greatly from the excellent graduates that Northshore has produced. So that's why we're very proud to offer scholarships in drafting, design, and line work. So I'm pleased to and delighted to introduce Kelly Phillips, our Director of HR, to make these presentations.
Okay, good. I'm a little bit shorter than he is, so. Okay, first recipient, Mitchell Emerson, is the recipient of the Empirical Drafting and Design Scholarship. He became interested in this field because his father was a draftsman, and when he was a child, he thought the work looked, quote, really cool. He started his studies in drafting and design through dual enrollment courses while still in high school. He says the instructors at Northshore were truly passionate about teaching, which inspired him to continue in this career. So Mitchell, please come forward to receive your certificate and have your photo taken. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be better. Yeah. Okay. The next recipient is Tristan Guillory. Tristan is a recipient of an Empirical Electric Line Technology Scholarship. He chose this field because he looks forward to helping people. His long-term goal is to find employment with a company where he can advance by demonstration of his strong work ethic. So Tristan, please come forward to receive your certificate. You're welcome. All right, the next one is Devin Creel. Devin is a recipient of an Empirical Electric Line Technology Scholarship as well. He's a resident of Franklinton and a first-generation college student. Whoop, whoop, that's awesome. This Chancellor's List student looks forward to a career that's challenging and makes a positive impact. While attending school, Devin has worked with his dad part-time in their tow truck business. So Devin, please come up. Oh, okay. All right, so and the last recipient that I've got is Cody. Oh, sorry. Okay. Cody Gonzalez, recipient of an Empirical Drafting and Design Scholarship, is a 4.0 student, so extra whoops for you, who has a passion for translating creative ideas into tangible visual representations. He hopes to advance to a senior CAD drafter. He says that building futures with Northshore means he has acquired not only technical expertise, but the critical thinking skills needed for success in his chosen field. So Cody, come on up, please. Congratulations. Okay. That's all of them. Next, Dean Owen Smith. Okay.
Good morning. My name is Owen Smith. I'm the campus dean at our Lacombe campus. Today I am presenting the Caleb David Page Award. Caleb David Page was a North Shore Technical Community College student with a keen interest in math. Caleb succumbed to illness in December 2020 at the age of 19, and his family established the Caleb David Page Memorial Scholarship and the Caleb David Page Memorial Endowed Professorship in Mathematics in his honor. Caleb's parents couldn't be here today, but his mother, Lisa Page, reminds us that Caleb had a passion for math and he loved NTCC. Today's recipient of the Caleb David Page Memorial Scholarship in STEM is Mr. Renee Parker. Renee is a Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society member. He says that after gaining real-world experience in multimedia production, he he decided to pursue his degree in computer science and start a career in software development. He plans to transfer to a university to attain his bachelor's degree, and his long-term goal is to assemble a research and development think tank. Renee serves as SGA treasurer for our Lacombe campus, and I also want to add, Renee is a real leader on our campus. He had an opportunity to represent NTCC at Florida last fall at an SGA summit, and he organized a voters registration drive for our students. So congratulations for that.
Now I'd like to invite Ms. Hilda Hands to the podium.
Wait, these are somebody, oh, these are notes for me that I didn't know about. I brought my own.
No, read your own. Yeah, you read your own, and then this is just a little talk about, well, Mindy's not here, but this is some words about Jason.
Oh, okay. I knew I'd cause the confusion when I got up here. Who is Edward B. Hands? Probably most of you have never heard of him. He was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. He resided in Minden until he finished high school. He attended LSU in Baton Rouge, and he got a degree in geology. After working several years for the Bureau of Lands and Mines, he decided to enroll in Washington State University in Washington State, where he received a master's degree in oceanography. His early career was working on the Great Lakes and the Columbia River. In 1983, he moved to Vicksburg, Mississippi, where he met me. He was employed by Waterways Experiment Station as a coastal science writer. He published 50 scientific articles, so you can go look that up if you want to know some more about him. Most notably on the effects of sea level was what he was interested in, and shore erosion, and the movement of sand on the sea's floor. He returned to LSU later in life to work on a PhD studying waves and sediment in the river. Well, no ocean up there in Vicksburg, so he turned to the river. After retirement, his interest turned to transportation, currents, and the bottom sediments in the Mississippi River. This scholarship is dedicated to encourage and develop a future in maritime transportation, oceanography, and other maritime related fields. It's established in memory and tribute to Edward Hands in dedication for his long learning and higher education. And wait, here's what they told me to say. Okay, please say a few words. Oh, no. I know, I'm just kidding. I guess I got to talk about my student coming up. Where is he? Come on. Okay, Edward Hands Scholarship recipient is Jason. Are you coming up? Get your picture made. You got to get a picture with me. Come on, you say something too. Thank you. In the marine technology major at, oh wait, this is not what I want to read. Yeah, it is a maritime technology major at Northshore, Lancome campus. He says he chose the path due to his sense of adventure and the career opportunities. All right, here it is. You get it. Thank you. I give it. Now you get a picture with me.
All right, Dean Owen Smith and Dean Dwayne Lambert, please come forward.
I'm back. The Gators Give scholarships are funded by donations from Northshore Technical Community College's faculty and staff. Nearly every year, 100% of the Gator family donate to the scholarship fund through the internal giving campaign, which supports scholarships, faculty and staff development, and student emergency needs relief in times of crisis or natural disaster. This year, we are distributing Gator Gives scholarships to students at each of our campuses and to a graduate of our adult education program. Genesis Fields, recipient of the Gator Gives Scholarship for the Lacombe campus, is a Dean's List student in our practical nursing program. She aspires to become a neonatal nurse practitioner. She's the vice president of her nursing cohort and a frequent volunteer at NTCC events like Gator Tail 5K Trail Run, that's a mouthful, held in October each year. Genesis, please come forward. Genesis attributes her passion for nursing to her mom, who is in the medical field.
Congratulations. Dwayne?
Alex Fasale, recipient of the Gators Give Scholarship for the Sullivan campus, is a Dean's List student who is majoring in electrical line technology. Alex has previously worked as a fiber optics crew leader. He is looking forward to completing his certificate of technical studies and entering the workforce as an advance to a journeyman lineman.
I'd like to invite Miss Amy Puerto to come forward, please.
Good morning. My name is Amy Puerto, and I'm an optometrist at the Louisiana Family Eye Care here in Covington, and have proudly served as the president of the Junior League of Greater Covington for the past 2 years. On behalf of the 250 women leaders of the Junior League of Greater Covington, I have the esteemed honor to present the 3rd annual Susan Lenore Junior League Women in Leadership Scholarship here at NTCC. Former Junior League Community Vice President Susan Lenore, who is with us today at our table, she began this program 2 years ago with the Envision Scholarship Program for a Junior League to present a scholarship to a deserving female student who represented the tenets of our nonprofit organization. In 2022, that vision became a reality. And for over 47 years, the Junior League of Greater Covington's mission has been to advance women's leadership for meaningful community impact through volunteer action, collaboration, and training. I am excited to introduce to you a student who represents that spirit of volunteerism, Junior League's 2024 scholarship recipient, Sarah Pewetz. Sarah is a student in Northshore's veterinary technology program. She has been a longtime volunteer for the local animal shelter, even stepping up to foster animals at her home, which I can tell you is no easy feat as a foster fail twice. While in high school, Sarah took EMT classes, and her enjoyment of the medical field and passion for animals has led her to pursue a career in veterinary medicine, where she hopes to eventually become a veterinarian. Sarah says that building her future with NTCC means acquiring the skills she needs to have a successful career here at home. The Junior League of Greater Covington looks forward to continuing and growing its scholarship commitment to NTCC for many more years to come. Again, please join me together in congratulating Sarah on this milestone scholarship achievement.
All right, Miss Jenny Dexter, please come forward.
Good morning. I'm Jenny Dexter from the Northshore Home Builders Association, representing the Charitable Trust. Our mission is to support legislative, economic, and educational initiatives that promote and protect the American dream of homeownership. We fulfill this in many different ways. According to the National Association of Home Builders, the home building industry offers more than just another job. You can find a rewarding career and earn a great salary. And you don't need to follow the traditional path of college to get there. Nationally, our industry is facing a crisis with a skilled labor shortage. It has gotten worse due to industry growth, young workers not entering the trades professions, and career workers retiring. So it makes sense that a few years ago, we partnered with Northshore Technical Community College to create our Construction Pathways Scholarship. This building technology specialist program focuses on blueprints, welding, carpentry, electrical, HVAC, and plumbing. And students can explore many exciting opportunities for a career in residential construction. We see this scholarship as one solution to fill the need for a workforce that is motivated, ready, and committed. With almost 50 years being a part of this community, the Northshore Home Builders Association is honored to present Tylen Brumfield with our scholarship and be a part of his journey in pursuit of a career in welding. Thank you. Oh, I might give it to you. Thanks.
Sure.
A little more about Tylen. He's a senior at Kentwood High School, a 4.0 student. He's already completed scaffolding and welding courses with NTCC, and he's enrolling in our welding program in the fall. Plans to become a certified welder. His siblings are also graduates of Northshore, so this is a true Gator family. And I'd like to ask Mr. Brandon Bayham to come forward.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Brandon Bayham. I am a North Shore alumnus. I currently serve here as on the board of directors for the North Shore College Enhancement Foundation, whose mission is to provide support to the work at North Shore. You can find more information about the foundation in our program. The recipient of the 2024 North Shore College Enhancement Foundation scholarship is David Bergens, a first-generation college student who has worked for over 20 years as in the aquarium technician, but decided to pursue a new career in HVAC. He thanks his instructors for being great mentors and bringing him the confidence to pursue a new career. David, could you please come to the stage?
And now I'd like to ask a representative from the North Shore Mustang Club and Mr. Rick Flick to come forward. This is Mr. Mike Frederick. You want to come say a few words about the club?
Alrighty. Thank you. The North Shore Mustang Club is a club of owners and Mustang enthusiasts. We do a lot within the community. We have chosen to work with Banner Ford to endow a scholarship for someone in the automotive technology field. And we're proud to present it to Trey. Yes, Trey is going to come up. Trey, we'll go ahead and give it to you. Okay, Trey Hansen is a Chancellor's List student in the Automotive Technology program at NTCC's Hammond campus. He says that building his future with NTCC means opportunity. He is looking forward to owning his own shop one day.
And now I'd like to invite Tim Weckworth and Aaron Deck. Come forward, please.
Good morning. I guess we couldn't have expected a more beautiful day than we had today. My name is Tim Weckworth, Vice President of Dredging Division for Weeks Marine, and I'm joined by Aaron Deck, who is our Corporate Chief Administrative Officer this morning. And once again, we have the privilege and honor of presenting Weeks Marine this special morning, and want to thank you for allowing us to be here. Weeks Marine started our journey with NTCC back in 2015, when its maritime program was in its infancy, and the Lacombe campus was a grand vision of NTCC's leadership, who were committed to providing best-in-class education and quality workforce training that would create career opportunities for their students. It was that vision and commitment of the school's leadership that we found to be so exciting, namely because Weeks Marine's founders and our current owners have always had a vision and a commitment to be best in class for the industries that we serve, as well as to create long-term career opportunities for our employees. For 104 years, the Weeks family were both owners and intimate managers of the company. From Weeks' humble beginning in 1919 as the Weeks Stevedoring Company with just two small floating cranes operating in the Port of New York and a handful of employees, 105 years later, while operating as a wholly owned subsidiary of Kiewit, Weeks Marine operates over 500 pieces of specialized marine equipment and has over 1,500 employees in a variety of crafts and professional positions. In January 2023, the Weeks family sold their entire portfolio of companies, properties, and equipment to Kiewit Corporation, who is headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska. The Weeks family of companies are proud to have joined Kiewit Corporation, who was established in 1884 and currently has over 31,000 staff and craft employees. Kiewit is one of North America's largest and most respected construction and engineering organizations and operates through a network of subsidiaries in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, and Guam. Before joining forces with Weeks, Kiewit was also a major player in the marine construction and offshore businesses, primarily on the West Coast in Seattle, Washington, and Vancouver, British Columbia areas, as well as Hawaii, Corpus Christi, Texas, and the Northeast and the New York and New England areas. While we pride ourselves on a large and modern fleet of equipment, without highly skilled and motivated employees to operate, maintain, and manage our operations, we would not continue to enjoy our growth and success within our industries. By developing a mutually beneficial long-term relationship with the school, we know we've been able to successfully match the needs of our industries with the needs and interests of those in our communities. Our owners and current executive team recognize that the foundation of a highly skilled workforce is a combination of training and education. For many years, the Weeks family has personally supported educational opportunities for others here at Northshore Technical Community College, as evidenced by the funding to create 6 endowed scholarships and 2 endowed professorships. Kiewit's a huge proponent of ongoing training and education, and its internal development programs for employees are well established and considered world-class. As we continue our strategic partnership with Northshore Technical Community College, we know these endowed scholarships, which we will announce today, will touch the lives of many present and future students. And we look forward to a continued partnership with NTCC for many years to come. Aaron will now present the scholarship.
Thank you, Tim. So the recipient of the Richard Weeks Endowed Scholarship in Maritime is Emily Huggins. A Dean's List student at North Shore's Lacombe campus, she learned about the Maritime Technology Program as a participant in NTCC's Career Exploration Summer Academy, which is presented each year in partnership with Tri-Parish Works. She's a member of the Coast Guard Auxiliary and a volunteer with the Wooden Boat Festival. Upon graduation, Emily hopes to build a career on the water and travel the world. Hope you live that out, Emily. Brantley Glasscock, a recipient of a Weeks Marine Endowed Scholarship in Electricity, is a freshman at NTCC. He became interested in electricity and its capabilities by watching YouTube videos. Brantley is here with his dad, James, and his instructor, Robert Pate. Continue that mentorship, Brantley. Come on up. Kenneth Benedict, recipient of a Weeks Marine Endowed Scholarship in Welding, is also a freshman. He plans to get his associate degree in welding with a long-term goal of being a pipe welder. He's looking forward to the job opportunities that will be available to him through NTCC. Terrence Williams, recipient of a Weeks Marine Endowed Scholarship in Welding, is a Dean's List student. He enjoys learning all of the skills offered through the welding program at NTCC, and even invited his instructor, Justin Jenkins, to join him for the breakfast this morning. So, unbeknownst to him, Terrence is not unbeknownst to him, he is a first-generation college student, but unbeknownst to him until this morning, he will also receive the Weeks Marine Endowed Scholarship for first-generation students. So congratulations. So Bonnie Bernstein, can you come forward, please?
The Silky Sullivan Scholarship was established by the Greater Mandeville Police Foundation, as well as family and friends of Charles Silky Sullivan. Silky Sullivan, whose career included being a resource officer for Mandeville High School. Does anyone remember Officer Sully? Yes. He was an advocate of technical studies and higher education. This came from his first career as someone who installed, I think it's called inertial radar on nuclear submarines. After 28 years, he left when, as he said, GPS put them out of business, and pursued a career in law enforcement. This scholarship honors his passion for helping others achieve their educational and career goals. For the first time this year, this scholarship is being given to two students who also happen to be brothers. Carvel Allen is a Chancellor's List student who plans to transfer to a university after completion of his degree at NTCC to study criminal justice. He plans to become a homicide detective because he wants to be able to help and protect others. Carvel, would you come forward to receive your certificate? Tyron Allen is also a Chancellor's List student. Good job, Mom. Tyron's goal Tyron's goal is to become a criminal defense lawyer. He says that building his future at NTCC means learning new things, taking advantage of the opportunities and resources that are provided here, and challenging himself and his peers.
All right, I'd like to invite Carolyn Johnson with the Sullivan Vocational Foundation and Debbie Jenkins to come forward, please.
Good morning. The Sullivan Vocational Foundation endowed scholarships were created through a gift in 2016 to establish scholarships for students from NTCC's Sullivan campus who are studying nursing and allied health. Earnings on the endowment have continued to provide scholarships each year. In 2023, the Sullivan Vocational Foundation made an additional donation to the endowment, establishing scholarships in registered nursing and construction trades for students of the Sullivan campus. The inaugural Sullivan Vocational Foundation Scholarship in construction trades goes to Josiah Miller, an electric line technology student. Josiah, would you come forward? Josiah chose this field because he enjoys working outside and helping others in need. He was inspired by his grandmother, who passed away in 2016. She told him her one wish was for him to be a college graduate. Josiah is a member of the Bayou Lacombe Cardinals football team. The recipient of the inaugural Sullivan Vocational Foundation Scholarship in Registered Nursing is not able to be here today. She is a Dean's List student who has always aspired to be a nurse. Thank you.
Alexis Carter, a recipient of the Sullivan Vocational Foundation Scholarship in Health Sciences, is a practical nursing student who plans to enter the Registered Nursing Bridge program upon completion of her degree. This Dean's List student hopes to be a labor and delivery nurse, yay, me too, helping mothers have the positive birth experience they deserve. Alexis. As a 26-year labor and delivery nurse, that warms my heart. Jessica Prevost is a Chancellor's List student in our practical nursing program who plans to pursue a degree in registered nursing. She says that helping people has always been her goal, and she hopes to be a travel nurse with the Peace Corps, teaching people to care for themselves and others. She's a first-generation college student who helps homeschool her brothers. Jessica.
Dean Smith. So you can see our campus deans are very engaged with their students.
Back again. The Walter Bumpus Endowed Scholarship in Information Technology was established by a gift from the Louisiana Community and Technical College System and is dedicated to Dr. Walter Gale Bumpus, a man who exemplifies the mission of community colleges nationwide. This scholarship aids in meeting Louisiana's need in information technology in academics and the workforce. Giovanni Gio Ziegler is an honor student who is a member of the Phi Kappa Theta Honor Society. He plans on completing his associate degree at NTCC and then possibly transferring to a university to complete a bachelor's degree. He is considering going into cybersecurity. Gio.
Okay. Tim Weckworth, please return to the podium. Tim?
Today is a very special day for both the Weeks family and North Shore Technical Community College, and it's an honor for me to represent Mr. Dick Weeks and announce the Virginia Weeks Memorial Endowed Scholarship in Registered Nursing, which Mr. Weeks established to proudly honor his late wife. I'd be remiss if I didn't take a few minutes to tell you a bit about Mrs. Weeks and the impact she had on many others. Mrs. Virginia Stagger Weeks, affectionately known as Miss Ginny, was born on October 2nd, 1928 in Flushing, New York, and was the youngest of 13 children. She graduated from the Flower Fifth Avenue School of Nursing in 1949 and immediately joined the U.S. Army Air Corps, shortly thereafter becoming the U.S. Air Force. During her service in the military, she was a flight nurse based at Kelly Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, where she attained the rank of first lieutenant during her tenure. Miss Jenny met Richard Weeks while they were both in the Air Force, and in 1952 they were married. They had 6 children, and she returned to work as a nurse at Drew University after raising her children. Sadly, Miss Jenny passed away in 2017. Recently, Mr. Weeks took the opportunity to create this scholarship to recognize and reward others who are passionate about the nurse's profession, just as his beloved wife was. The recipient of the inaugural Virginia Weeks Memorial Endowed Scholarship in Registered Nursing, Kaylee Reed, plans to specialize in either pediatrics or labor and delivery. She says that giving strength to children and mothers as they journey through life and taking the slightest bit of burden from them is something she envisions for her future. She's a 4.0 student who says that she plans to flourish at NTCC and work her hardest to achieve her goals. Kaylee, will you please come forward?
This morning I told Alicia that the pressure was on because she was going to be the first recipient and set the tone for everyone else. I just want to recognize all of our wonderful scholarship recipients and the great job they did this morning. Our final recipient of a scholarship is in memory of my father, Stuart R. Carlson. My dad spent 30 plus years in the paper industry, as my sister Carla's here with us today can attest to. We heard many times at the dinner table about the largest paper plant in the world over there in Bogalusa, Louisiana. Although I'd never been there, we'd heard that, and it's so funny, you know, 'cause growing up in Wisconsin, Mississippi, Connecticut, Georgia, Wisconsin, now finally living in Louisiana, and being the chancellor here of Northshore Technical Community College, a college that was founded on preparing people to work at the largest paper mill in the world in Bogalusa, Louisiana. It's come full circle. But when my dad passed away in 2017, we created an endowment to honor him and his memory. And it's amazing that each year we get to recognize a worthy student. So to close out our scholarship portion of this morning, I would like to recognize Austin Lebo. Austin is a RN student, or he's pursuing the RN program here at NTCC. And when I asked him this morning, I said, why do you want to be a nurse? And he found it to be a calling for him. He spent some time being a transporter at St. Tammany Hospital, and he really enjoyed it. He tried to sell insurance for a while and decided he wanted to get back in the healthcare field. So Austin called Miss Gail Hydell, who happens to be our Veteran Services Advisor for Financial Aid, and you said you called her, on Wednesday before classes start, and because Austin serves in the Air National Guard, and the next day she had a schedule for him. So Austin, we're proud of you. We appreciate your service to our country, and congratulations on being the 2024 Stuart R. Carlson Scholarship recipient. My sister Carla, I don't think she's actually been to Bogalusa, but we might have to give her a ride over there and let her see that world's largest paper mill my dad always talked about. To close out our program, we do have a few new things that we're recognizing this morning, and that is, as you heard today during the presentations, that we have new endowed professorships. The first endowed professorship was created as a result of outstanding faculty, and they're helping them prepare students for whatever those programs are. And these professorships enhance the quality of higher education, promote economic development in Louisiana. When we have a donor who provides a $60,000 donation, we then go to the Board of Regents and we receive a $40,000 match. I would like to recognize a couple of those individuals today. The first is the Weeks Marine Endowed Professorship in Maritime. And this was established in December of 2018 by the Weeks Marine organization, and in 2019 it received the matching grants from our Board of Regents. There's nobody that deserves this more than my favorite captain on campus, Mr. Randy Savoy. Randy Savoy is our endowed professor in maritime, and he leads our maritime technology program, and he's been with us since really almost the inception in 2018. But Randy, please come forward to be recognized. So what happens with the endowed professorship and how that works is they're going to receive an amount of money based off of the endowment, and those funds are for them to do professional development or purchase any equipment or software or anything they want to do to help enhance their programs. So congratulations, Randy. The second one I would like to recognize is our new one that we got this year, and that's the Caleb David Page Endowed Professorship in Mathematics. As you heard a little bit earlier, when we provided the Caleb Page Memorial Scholarship, it was a tribute that the family put together when their son passed away with his battle with brain cancer in 2020. The establishment of this professorship allowed us to go out to the Board of Regents and receive matching funds, which we did. And then earlier this spring, we decided to go ahead and pursue naming that professorship. And there's nobody that I could say deserves this more than Miss Beth Alford. Beth serves as an associate professor of mathematics at NTCC's Lacombe campus, although I'm pretty sure she travels to other ones. She joined NTCC family back in 2017, and I call her the math whisperer around the campus because she has an amazing ability to teach math to people who struggle with it. I was one of those people, and I would have loved to have Beth teach me math in college. She was awarded this professorship, like I said, just a week ago, and she's going to do a lot of great things to support students to help them get through that. So Beth, please come forward and be recognized. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Beth also was Caleb's instructor when he took math here at NTCC, and that was a special thing for her to get to know him during his short time with us. But thank you for all you do, Beth, and for our students. All right. You good? All right. Well, we've closed out our scholarship and professorship presentations for this morning's program. As we went through today's program, I think it's important for all of you to see and witness the success that's going on here on the North Shore. I could not do this without the efforts of Mary Slazer helping me do all the organization of this. She does 99.9%, by the way. I show up and do my best to help promote these things. And I tell you, one of the great things about this program is it allows people to pursue their goals and their dreams, and it proves that not only they can do something, but they can also change their families' lives and the people behind them for generations to come. So if anybody in the audience is interested in doing something to help others, please let Mary know. For all of you that were here to support today's program, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful Easter break. And for many of you, maybe a little spring break, or your children will have spring break next week. But thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting our program.